Norway's Crown Prince Haakon is at the center of the storm as his stepson, Marius Borg Høiby, becomes headline news. Accusations of assault, restraining order violations, and a troubling history of substance abuse have rocked the royal family's carefully maintained image. Once viewed as a symbol of unity, the monarchy is now under intense public scrutiny, and its future feels uncertain. With trust in the royals dropping and the spotlight firmly on Crown Prince Haakon, people are asking, can the Norwegian monarchy survive this scandal, or is this the beginning of its downfall? Stick around because the answers may shock you. This is Lux Diaries. Before we continue, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. Living the royal life might seem like winning the golden ticket to a fairy tale, but behind those palace doors, it's less happily ever after and more Big Brother meets a soap opera. Sure, there are glittering tiaras, art pieces worth more than a small country's GDP, and the kind of luxury most of us can only dream of. But all that glitz comes with a heavy price tag: constant public scrutiny. Every misstep, eyebrow-raising decision, or off-brand royal moment is served up on a silver platter for the world to dissect. Right now, the Norwegian monarchy is stuck in what can only be called their annus horribilis, a year they'd probably love to hit the rewind button on. The center of the storm being Marius Borg Høiby, the 27-year-old stepson of Crown Prince Haakon. He is the tall, chiseled, tattooed guy with the slicked-back hair and bad boy vibes. He looks like he could be cast in a James Bond movie, not as Bond, but as the mysterious rogue who steals the show. Now, Crown Prince Haakon himself is no stranger to drama. As the son of King Harald and Queen Sonja, he's been groomed for the throne his whole life. But Haakon's marriage to Mette-Marit Høiby in 2001 was the royal scandal of its time. You see, Mette-Marit wasn't your typical crown princess material. She was a single mom, a former waitress, and a party girl with a past. The engagement announcement in 2000 sent shockwaves through Norway. Mette-Marit even went on live TV to apologize for her wild youth, making it crystal clear she didn't condone drug use. Fast forward a couple of decades, and she's now one of the most beloved royals in Norway, sharing 2 kids, Princess Ingrid Alexandra and Prince Sverre Magnus, with Crown Prince Haakon. But back to Marius, the step-prince who's not technically royal. He was just 4 years old when his mom married into the family, earning the nickname Little Marius. Adorable, right? Well, those days are long gone. In recent years, Marius has landed in hot water, and not the kind you relax in after a long day. Allegations of mistreatment toward women he's been in relationships with have surfaced, including claims of abuse involving 3 different women. For a family that's constantly under the microscope, this is the kind of scandal they really didn't need. The Norwegian royal family is no stranger to public drama, but this time, the scandal hit closer to home and harder than ever. It all started in early August when Marius Borg Høiby found himself at the center of a storm no PR team could spin. His first arrest made headlines after a violent attack on a woman, Rebecca Helberg Arntzen, left her hospitalized. The details were chilling. Marius admitted to the assault, referring to Rebecca as his girlfriend, a claim her lawyers were quick to shoot down. Through his lawyer, Marius issued a statement attempting to explain his action, citing several mental disorders and a long-standing battle with substance abuse. He also claimed he was restarting treatment. Then an apology followed on national broadcaster NRK, where Marius confessed to causing bodily harm and destroying property in an apartment, all while under the influence of alcohol and cocaine. He promised to seek help for his substance abuse issues. But the story didn't end there. As if the initial arrest wasn't explosive enough, 2 other women came forward, accusing Marius of physical and psychological abuse during their relationships with him. Suddenly, the image of the rebellious royal stepson was overshadowed by far darker allegations. Just weeks after the first arrest, things escalated yet again. Marius was taken into custody for breaching a restraining order. The order was meant to protect Rebecca Helberg Arntzen, the same woman he had assaulted during his August meltdown fueled by booze and cocaine. This time, the breach was no minor slip-up. It was another major blow to a family already grappling with the fallout of his actions. But the scandal didn't end there. It only got darker. On November 18th, Marius Borg Høiby was arrested again, this time on charges of rape. The accusation sent shockwaves through Norway, further tarnishing the royal family's image. So Borg Høiby was held in custody for 9 days before being released on November 27th. According to police, Marius was in a car with the alleged victim from his August assault case when he was arrested. The preliminary charge was engaging in sexual intercourse with someone who was unconscious. Norwegian law allows preliminary charges to hold suspects during investigations, and while Marius denied the accusations, the case cast a heavy shadow over the royal household. The alleged victim's lawyer, Hege Salomon, told the press that her client, a woman in her 20s, was having a hard time. Salomon confirmed that police, not the victim, had brought the case forward, adding that her client did not previously know Marius. The woman remained unidentified, but the details released to the public were disturbing. During his time in custody, Marius was banned from receiving visitors or letters due to concerns he might tamper with evidence. To make matters worse, this charge also linked back to a violation of the restraining order against the same victim from August, not to mention a report of driving without a valid license. It seemed like every new development added fuel to an already blazing fire. On November 19th, Crown Prince Haakon, who was on a goodwill trip to Jamaica as part of his role with the United Nations Development Program, finally broke his silence. Speaking to Norwegian broadcaster NRK, Haakon didn't mince words, calling the charges against his stepson a serious accusation. A day later, during another interview, he reflected on the family's internal struggles. He said, "We as a family and as parents have, of course, been very concerned that Marius should get help." His words painted a picture of a family torn between personal heartbreak and public duty. Despite the severity of the charges, police released Marius from custody after determining there was no longer a risk of evidence being destroyed. Still, the damage was done. With every new revelation, the royal family found themselves in deeper waters, their reputation increasingly entangled in a series of events that felt more like a tabloid headline than the quiet dignity typically associated with monarchy. But how does a royal family recover when one of their own becomes the epicenter of scandal after scandal? For Norway's monarchy, the hits kept coming, and the fallout was impossible to ignore. The annual Christmas photo, a cherished tradition that usually symbolizes unity and grace, was no exception to the controversy. Last year's image, meant to spread holiday cheer, only raised eyebrows. Missing from the family portrait was Marius Borg Høiby. The photo featured King Harald V and Queen Sonja, standing proudly with Crown Prince Haakon, Crown Princess Mette-Marit, and their daughter, Princess Ingrid Alexandra. Absent was 18-year-old Prince Sverre Magnus, who now resides in Trondheim, and, more conspicuously, Marius, the Crown Princess's embattled eldest son. His absence wasn't just noticeable, it was telling. While Marius has always been more of a peripheral figure in royal life, he's typically joined the family for Christmas photo shoots. Last year, however, the allegations of a fourth sexual offense and his mounting legal troubles seem to have sealed his exclusion. Even for a family accustomed to the scrutiny of public life, this was a line they couldn't cross. On Christmas Day, Crown Princess Mette-Marit addressed the issue during an interview with Norway's public broadcaster NRK. When asked to reflect on the past year, she didn't mince words. She admitted, "If I had to choose one word for this year, it would be challenging. It has been a demanding year and a demanding autumn for us." Her candor offered a rare glimpse into the toll the controversies have taken, not just on the institution of monarchy, but on the family itself. Undeniably, Marius's troubles have made history for all the wrong reasons. He's the first member of the Norwegian royal family to be charged with a crime and is no longer publicly listed as part of the royal household. While the monarchy has faced its share of ups and downs, this chapter is one of its darkest. Public trust in the monarchy is undeniably shaken. Back in 2017, the royal family enjoyed an impressive 81% approval rating among Norwegians. But by September of last year, that number had dropped to 62%. King Harald's ongoing health issues haven't helped matters. At 87, his leadership is in question, further compounding the monarchy's challenges. Still, there's a glimmer of hope for the future. Experts like political commentator Skjoldsrud Hansen suggest that while the scandals have been damaging, the Norwegian public largely continues to support Crown Prince Haakon and Crown Princess Mette-Marit, Nevertheless, sympathy for the Crown Princess remains strong as she navigates this deeply personal and very public storm. But can the monarchy weather this turbulent period without losing the trust of the people entirely? That remains to be seen. What's your opinion? Will the royals find a way to rebuild their image and regain public trust? Or could this be the start of a turning point for Norway's royal history? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this one.